Well, how's it going, everybody? Today's Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday, I think. We didn't cut any today. We just baled what we cut on Monday. That made 67 bales. So now we are at 174 bales so far in 3 days. We didn't cut any today because we're supposed to get a lot of rain the next 2 days. On Wednesday and Thursday, it is supposed to rain. Hang on, I'm trying to steer my wrapper. It is supposed to rain like 3 inches. Or they're saying in our area it's going to get 3 to 5 inches of rain Wednesday and Thursday. So, yeah, we didn't cut any. We just, there's actually, it's raining west of here right now. And then it's supposed to be slowly moving this way. I think we're actually supposed to start getting rain sometime in the early morning, and then rain all day until I think Thursday afternoon. So that's the reason we didn't cut any more. Sounds like we're going to be rained out for about a week if we get that much rain. Hopefully we don't. So what we got going is Jason and Wes baled today, and then me and Jeremy loaded the trucks. We loaded the newer truck with the aluminum trailer completely full with 29 bales. Then we figured out about how many bales they were gonna have. So we put 20 on the old truck, brought those back to the barn, unloaded them, or unloaded the one, just set them off. Jeremy turned around and took off again to get the last, there's a hole right there, last 18 bales, and I'm actually wrapping those right now. I done wrapped the fully loaded trailer. I already wrapped it, and right now I'm about halfway through on the load that had 18 bales. We are about to, I gotta steer again. We are about to finish off this first line, so we're gonna have to pull the wrapper out of the line and then go start a new one, and that is what this video is going to be about. So we run these lines all the way from the barn driveway up to Wes's house and his yard. We can get let me see, let me count the old lines. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 or 6 lines that are this long, and we can put about 150 bales in one line. So that's what we got going here. I think we're on like 140, actually I think we're on 150 right now. So we'll stick probably, I don't know, 1 or 2 more in, and then we'll put a plug in. Kind of don't want to go past this pine tree. I may need to start steering over. Yeah, I'm gonna run just about where I want it. Wonder if I can get this bale in from the left side. Slide my fork over some of the tree. Nope. Don't have room. This is an old plug, once again. We're just gonna shove it in there. These lines are gonna get fed up so fast that it ain't gonna really matter. past it and park. The only thing that sucks about our line change is everything's got to go down there, so a lot of walking back and forth. And that bell's horrible for a plug, but that's all I got. I had to put a little extra plastic on it. So right here, this is our stopper, and this is where we have it set while wrapping. That makes the plastic start and stop in the gaps between each bell. So when we finish off a line, we have to take this, move it all the way down to the end, so that the bell gets pushed back past the extractor, is what they call it. We're going to go ahead and run it manually. I'm changing speed with the wrap. Fast enough with one hand. Got our RPM drugged up. Take this handle here. Gonna turn our hoop on here. Speed up. No, we don't need that much up there. Jason just took my knife, so I'm just using my finger. Rip the plastic a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and rip the rest of the way. Same thing here. Rip the rest of the way. Don't have to worry about the hoop no more, just go ahead and turn it off. And push the bells all the way out. Okay, that's all the way. Tailgate up. So what's this going to drive the wrapper down there? I'm going to take the big truck down there, walk back up here and get the loader, and then drive the loader down there. Start wrapping. Alright, so we ran out of plastic, and we're about to replace the rolls. I already took the plastic tube off. I got my door open, everything like that. So down here underneath, right here, is the brake. So we'll set the brake because it'll roll underneath the weight of the new plastic. So now the hoop is well, it's got the brakes on it, ain't going nowhere. So we'll go get the new roll of plastic and then carry it over here and put it on. Let's see where. These plastic rolls weigh about 58 pounds. So that's how I put it on. I put it on the back one first and push it onto the first, the front hub or whatever you want to call it. And the rolls have a plastic tube inside that's perfect for this little hub spindle thing. Okay, so then they also go on a certain way. There's a little diagram, little picture down here. It shows the hay bale and which way it should be. So we have it the right way. Now if you just push up really hard, it'll release the brake. So get it to about there. Reset the brake. Now you come over to the black roller underneath, back over through this one, and back over the gray one. So you take it like this, wedge it in there, roll it like so, back through, and under there. And this right here is the automatic shutoff. So when the plastic's on it, it keeps it tight, and it'll miss this little tab over here. And then when it's out of plastic, it swings loose and hits. I showed this in another video, but this tab right here sticks out. And then so when you got your automatic shutoff on, it sits like this, and that tab right here will hit it when it runs out of plastic. Alright, so now you just want to push it up like that, catch the plastic, pull down, give you enough. And this is anytime plastic rips or anything like that, tie a knot in it. And then right down here, you weave the plastic through here, and it'll catch it and hold it. Just like that. We'll do the next roll, and I'm going to do it in full speed, how long it actually takes me. Slap it on, push it forward. I always put the pin in my back pocket so I don't lose it. Push it up a little bit. Wes is moving the other truck out of the way and parking it behind us right now. That's what that noise is. Okay, I'm gonna pick the door up, shut it, done with that, start it back up, let it finish wrapping. You see right here, as it moved forward, it stretched the tails out and then broke them. So now you take your tails and you just go throw that away. So in the cab of the 544K, I used to carry the remote right here on this, but I quit. Didn't like it there that much, so I moved it over here. It's Velcroed down, and then I can sit here with joystick, the third function, when I'm splitting bells apart, and I can steer. I can steer with the arrows, and I can turn it on and off. So I'm going to turn it on right now, and the wrapper is turned on. If there's ever any kind of malfunction, something like that, and the automatic shutoff doesn't work, I just hit the red button, shuts everything off, just kills the machine right there. And then with these arrows, I can steer the machine to keep lines nice and straight, and keep them nice and straight and as tight as I can keep them to the next line, so we can get more lines in the area that we have. This is our second wrapper. The first wrapper was an Anderson as well. It's basically the same size, except for it didn't have anything automatic on it at all. Except, well, it had I should have showed the trigger. There's a trigger in the floor where you set the bell down, and then when that trigger goes down, that is where everything starts to work. I'll show you on the last couple belts, but so the wrapper we had before, it didn't have the extractor. It had a set of poles, and then so you had to pull the poles out from underneath them. Underneath it, it was two poles, and I would guess they were 10 foot, maybe, yeah, probably 10 foot long a piece. And then so you would the plate that pushes the bell every time, that red block right there with the it's pushing the bell right now, you'd have to pull a pin on it, take the first rod that actually has a spear on it, and shove it through and shove it all the way into the bell, the last bell, and then go get the other pole and pull it out, stick that pole inside the other pole, and then sit there and kind of manually. It had notches in it, so as you ran it, it would catch and push, and you'd have to pull back, you know, or it would cycle through and come back, do it again, and it would, you know, it'd catch the pole again and push through. Like probably every foot it had a hole cut out in the pole, so you had to remember to put the pole in the right way, you know, where the holes were pointed downward to catch. And then it also didn't have it didn't have a remote. It did have like a keychain fob where you could turn the machine on and off, but it never really worked. That was the only thing it had that was automatic or whatever, was a little key fob that had a green and red button on it. But we didn't ever even use it because it never worked. Maybe needed batteries or something, I don't know. But so every time that it got off a little bit or you needed to steer it, you had to jump out of the tractor or the loader, which I don't think we ever used the wheel loader on that. We used to just wrap with the tractor. So you'd have to jump out and then run down there and steer it. And really you can only steer it while it was wrapping, so you would put the bell down, back up, jump out of the tractor, run as fast as you could, steer it, get it right, then run back to the tractor. Yeah, it wasn't any fun. It did have the shut off when it ran out of plastic. That was the only thing it had. So like right now I need to steer it. I need to go a little bit to my right. So I just click the arrow and the wheels are turning. And then as it's coming, it'll you know, steer itself. And I just, as I set bells in it, I just watch it and then steer it however I need it. We had that for like 3 or 4 years, and then finally got rid of it and traded it in for this one. And I mean, this one's not even fully loaded. It also has, you can also get them with a bell counter and you can get them with a like a auto steer. It has little bars across the front of it, and you set the distance, and it basically reads the stack, the line of hay that you already have. It reads that, and then so it stays however many feet away from it. So if you, for whatever reason, if you wrap bales on a curve, it would follow the curve because it would stay so far away from the previous line. Which that sounds really handy, but it also costs quite a bit more. Yeah, so we just opted for the remote and the extractor. Before, it was almost a two-man job to move the wrapper and get it all set up. Now it's, you can do it by yourself pretty easy. That right there is the trigger. So when you set a bale down, it pushes that down and turns it on. Yeah, so that's how the wrapper works. Hopefully we don't get rained out of the hayfield too long. It'd be nice if it don't rain at all, but like 80% tomorrow, 100% Wednesday night, and 60% Thursday. It sounds like it's going to. So hopefully it's not too much, and we don't stay out of the hayfield for too long. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.